Welcome, Love Light Lifers. Natty T here, your vibrational coach, and today we're talking about the sevens, 7777 or 7777. Welcome to my Love Light Lifers. If you're returning here and have been with us for a while, I want to say thank you. I really appreciate you. And of course, if you're here for the first time, welcome. I hope that you enjoy the video. Stick around for some more. Have some fun with us. We're looking at today's number, which is 7777. 7777. That's the one. And we're talking about that number because as a repeating number, when you see this number all of the time, you might wonder what it means. And the funny thing is that I'm one of those people. I do that. I see repeating numbers all of the time. In fact, I'm really good at translating synchronicities. I'm also really good at translating dreams. So I'm one of those people that people come to and they go, oh, I had this dream. What do you reckon it means? And I'll go, da, 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 and they'll be like, wow, I should have seen that, but you're so right. And I've always just kind of been able to do this. And the reason that I have been able to do this is because I'm very good at picking out symbology. So what things represent. And so in a dream sort of state, we are just getting to the basis of what we believe. And so at a very subconscious, very simple, very general level, things are symbolized in very, very simple ways. But just the same way as in our dreams, when we are feeling a certain way, we have an experience that expresses that in our dream. We're having a very similar experience in our waking life, except it's a little bit slower in coming and a little bit steadier or denser in the way that it arrives. So what I mean is that in our dreams, we might be feeling scared. So we have a dream, we have a nightmare. In the nightmare, we are being chased by a three-legged wildebeest, and it's chasing us through a moonlit forest, and it's not fun. But what I'm getting at here is that the three-legged wildebeest is not something that we're going to see in real life. We're probably, a lot of us aren't even going to be walking through a moonlit forest. That's actually quite foreign to some, well, for me anyway. I'm not doing any of those things. I've never run into a wildebeest. But the point being that those sort of things are what may scare the particular individual. So to express that fear, you have this dream now. Well, in waking life, we have the same thing, except instead of just thinking, I'm scared, and then scary stuff happens, it's a little slower in coming, and what our waking brain works differently. So what it will accept is very different. In a dream, you see a pink elephant floating through the sky with a red balloon in its trunk, and you go, wow, look at that, it's amazing. Whereas if you were to see that in real life, you'd be like, what? Okay, somebody slipped me a Mickey. I must be dreaming. Like, you don't expect to see that. You would think that there was something wrong, that there was a glitch in the matrix maybe, if you're seeing that sort of stuff. But that's how it works. And so with sevens, we've got to look at why people think that they're lucky. So we would be vibrationally matching up with sevens when we feel lucky, and also when we're going through a spiritual level up. So over at Joanna Scribes, we're talking about the number 7 and some of the things that we've got representing sevens over here are things like life purpose, natural healer, inner strength, inner wisdom, quick-wit, discernment, philosophy, endurance, perfectionism, mysticism, mystics, determination, knowledge, non-conformist, persistence of purpose, perfection, analysis, contemplation, sacred vows, spiritual awakening, spiritual development, manifesting your desires, fortune. So pretty much the reason why when we get to the number 7, the human brain or consciousness or understanding that is grouping things into this symbolic sort of boxes in our head, the reason why it's putting these kind of things with the number 7 and we're attracting the number 7 when we're attracting these things also is because of, again, this is similar to number 5, as to where it sits in the sort of 0 to 9, or rather 1 to 10, our basic understanding of mathematics. And so again, because we've got that very prominent number 5 right in the beginning there where we are reassessing everything, once we get to the 6 where we've had to contemplate a few things and sort of retreat a little bit, this is where we try the new approach. This is if you don't go back to the drawing board, if you don't go back to 1, if you change something in that 5 state, this is where we start to see it pay off. And this is where luck, something starts to come back. And if we've made that change back there in the 5 space of manifestation, if we've made that change, this is where we're going to see that change being reflected to us in the 7s. And it's not going to be an external reflection. It's not going to be something you can hold right now. It's going to be in the way of an experience more so than a tangible thing. It's not going to be money coming in. It's going to be a better relationship with money. And you're going to see that first. And so therefore, when we're saying lucky 7s are lucky, of course there's the association because we've made it a slot machine thing. That's going to be one of the reasons why we're thinking it's lucky, but that's just a reinforcement. Why did they use 7s? There's so many numbers. Why is 7 the lucky number? But the reason that we are looking at here is because of where it's sitting in that 1 to 10 or 0 to 9 place, where we are acknowledging that we're starting to get something back. Now, if you are a spiritual or a religious person, you probably don't believe in luck. In fact, you're probably going to chalk something like that win up to perhaps a spiritual entity or a god or a deity of your choosing. Whoever you want to believe in and who you choose to put your faith in is more likely to be who you will associate this kind of interaction with, this luckiness that you're having. It's not a kind of I worked for this and now I'm getting paid. It's not a I have gone and made this thing. It's very much just a result of shifting something inside of yourself and then seeing how the universe is responding to you after that. And so 7s are deemed to be lucky. And we've got a few other things in there, but they're all in the same sort of thing, that spiritual development, being non-conformist, philosophy, perfectionism. It's that place that we're getting to where we're actually starting to get a little bit proactive about our inner journey. And that's where we are when we are sort of hitting that 7s. And this is why my other video, we talked about supernatural success. It wasn't just that it was 4 7s, so it's got to be really great. It's also that it is considered quite a spiritual number, the number 7. Unless you're not spiritual, and then it's just lucky. So thank you for joining me today for the number 7. If you liked it, hit that thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe too. I'd love to have you back. And follow if you're over on the Insta account. Love you all. See you. Bye.